y'all. This is the S to the K to the double E to the T to the E to the R. Sitting here with the baddest lady in talk radio, the G to the Q. And we are the unleashed voice for the LGBTQ community. And we are fired up. Hello, somebody.
Hello. I take that. What's going on, Memphis? Radio Land. We're back. And we are blessed with another beautiful day. We have a dynamic show lined up for you. So before we begin our show, I would just like to do a little rundown about Relationship Unleashed and the Unleashed Voice. We are our radio show, and we have been running our missions all this month, actually, last month, about what we stand for. We have 3 core principles: education, empowerment, and enrichment. This month is February, and it's all about love. So we're going to promote feel-good stories, loving relationship, alliances with the LGBTQ community. That's what we plan to do the month of February. We have a dynamic show that we're opening up with today, and my son, Xavier Skeeter Clemens, is going to bring him in.
Isn't it Black History Month?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm kind of caught in between.
Okay, good. Our first guest, we're going to get this show started. Today is National Black HIV and AIDS Awareness Day, and this day was first observed in 1999. And the theme for 2015 is I Am My Brothers and Sisters Keeper to Fight AIDS and HIV. And so today, our first guest is Xavier Weddington. He's a 24-year-old African-American man who's been living with HIV for 5 years now. He's a Memphian. He's a youth champion for the Know Now and the Live Longer campaign. He sits on the Youth Community Advisory Board at St. Jude. He's a member of the Connect to Protect Coalition, and he's trying to start his own organization called Positive Mind Campaign. And I want to introduce my brother sitting next to me, the courageous Xavier J. Weddington. Woo! You gotta say hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Relax.
How are you, Xavier?
I'm doing fine. How about you?
I'm great. And we're so pleased to have you as our guest today to bring awareness about Black World AIDS Day.
So Xavier, tell us your story regarding your HIV diagnosis 5 years ago.
Really, when I think about it, I've been reflecting on, the questions and stuff. I don't really think it's so much about my story. Pretty much, I think it's the same with a lot of people. Yeah, I had unprotected sex. That's it. But I think it's more about trying to reach other people, trying to raise awareness, because this is not something that I want to happen to everybody else. Yes, it's a manageable disease, now in time with the drugs that's out there, but I think it's more about trying to get the message out to everybody. So that's what I'm trying to do. Dr. King has been one of the people that I look up to all my life. And pretty much when I think about it, in the civil rights time, it wasn't so much, Mama, I want to grow up and have dogs to attack me and spray with water hoses, but it's a need out there in the community, and I'm going to forget about myself. A lot of people, they have told me, well, I wouldn't tell anybody if I found out I was positive, but the thing is, and going in with the thing, I am my brothers and my sisters keeper, I have to do my part to make sure my brother and my sister is okay, that they're taken care of, that they know and they're educated. So
that's great. I heard a man say, everything you do for yourself, when you die, it's going to go in the casket with you. Yes. But everything you do for others will last forever, even after your death. So you're doing a tremendous job, my brother.
And I heard someone say that we're born to leave a legacy, not a liability. And one thing that you need to know is that you are actually living now.
Yes.
You're actually living. And when you start living, what I mean by that is this: you begin to understand that your life can impact other people, and that your message and what you're doing, you're helping. And then it's not about you. Our lives is not about us. So you're courageous and much more mature than your years. much more mature. So I have another question for you. But before I get in, Davian, you're how old?
I'm 24.
Wow, you're very wise. Very wise. So with being diagnosed with your AIDS and HIV, what stigma or biases do you want to discuss with our listeners concerning individuals with HIV and AIDS?
Quite frankly, there's so many. Pretty much, I think I really just want to get the message out there that you can live. Yes, like I said, there's a lot of drugs out there, and and people are hearing this, you can live, but it's not really a lot of people standing up and showing themselves, showing that you can live. Like, it's one thing to hear it, but it's another thing to see living proof that, okay, you can live. I'm 24 years old. At the age of 23, I became the first and the youngest Black African American male at my job, staffing coordinator. Like, became the first.
Right.
Like, you can do anything that you want to do. You can go where you want to go. You can, you can live. I think that's the main thing that I really just want people to understand. And then also that, when we can have communication about this. We can sit down and actually talk about this without, having fear. That's one of the biggest things that I face in the community is, trying to talk to people. I remember when I got back from New Orleans, the United States Conference on AIDS in 2013, I did a health fair at my mother's church, and I had to do the section on HIV and AIDS. And everybody came by, they got the condoms, and everything. But when it came to, okay, let's get educated, it was, nah, I ain't worried about that, I don't have that, It's not about if you have it or not, it's about being aware of what's going on.
And it's so important for our community, especially African Americans, because we make up 12% of the population, but 44% of African Americans are affected with AIDS and HIV. And the age group is the young people, from 13 to, what's the number, Davian?
24, but it's affecting elderly people now. Those numbers are going up as well. But Xavier, you have a thing that many people don't have. You have courage. It takes a big man or woman to have courage. And you said fear. Fear has killed a lot of people. Fear has killed a lot of dreams. And what you're walking in right now is your truth. And I take my hat off to you. I salute you, my brother. You have mad respect from me to you for doing what you're doing. I mean, you are really brave. You give me courage. So I really appreciate that. We're going to have to take a pause for the calls coming up shortly. And we'll be right back with Xavier Weddington. This is the Unleashed Voice for the LGBTQ community on KWAM 990 Talk Radio.
All right, you're clear.